Live. Are you in there, Ben?
I'm here, brother.
Can you hear? Brother Jeff, can you hear?
I can hear.
All right, let's get a look here. We're going to let some people log on.
Yeah.
Make sure we know what's going on. Like and share this. Capital City is live.
Chapter
11. So we are here. We are ready to go. Give a couple people some time to log on.
We are excited about it.
You get a little bit of volume.
Little check. Turn that down a little bit.
See, there you go.
There we go. Now you see. Now you see.
All your job is tonight.
Brother Sparks.
They're logging in now.
There she is.
It's 8 o'clock.
Hey, Lynn, Miss Lynn and Sean won the last gift. Sean, you enjoying that toboggan?
Yeah.
Carhartt style.
Look here, Mom's on. We got 6. We got 7.
I love it.
You wanted him, and
you got him.
You got him. So welcome to chapter number 11 with a recap.
It's going to be a good show. I can feel it. It's a good show.
You just going to sit there like that all...
Nikki hasn't joined.
Huh?
My sister-in-law's on.
Boom.
I know when I came on, that thing would blow up.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, if y'all ain't signed on, tell your friends, neighbors, grandpappy, and children. Hey, Jeff Lancaster is on the recap live.
JPL live.
This is uncut. The head of the house band right here.
We ain't got no idea what's gonna happen.
Hey, remember, you have to help us by sharing it. You have to help us by sharing it. That's the most important thing. Hit the like and hit the share. If you don't have time to watch it, you can watch it later. And we'll throw that out again. But you really help us by sharing it. And, Jeff, we talked about this last week. We had a family come here from watching the recap. Absolutely. And we've seen people come, and we've seen, lives change, people getting saved. And so it's worthwhile.
Look here, Nancy. You got to say Miss Nana. She said hello. Look at all the people joining. They are wanting to know what's going to happen tonight. And Donna tuned in. It's going to be interesting. So welcome to the show. Those that do not know, this is my dad, Jeff Lancaster.
Yeah.
Long time listener, first time viewer.
Yeah. Last week, I was on my way to my second home in Tennessee, and
the promised land down there.
I had my wifey to turn it on. We was in Whitfield, heading toward Bristol, and listened to the whole show. That's shame on me, but that's probably the only time I listened to the whole show.
Yeah, we appreciate the support.
He watches the show, but that was his only time watching it consecutively.
It was. I've heard a lot of people say that was probably the best show that reCAP's put on.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Until tonight.
Right. We're going to blow it out the water.
We have
Miss Tammy. Shout out wifey, by the way. I heard you say that, Jeff. You can't slide that in.
Yeah.
Miss Elaine, shout out.
Yeah. D. Larry Marion. Mary Larion's on. So it's going to be a good show. So every week I send out a schedule or a kind of something to go
itinerary, if you will.
Itinerary. You're going to have to scoot back a little something. I make a lot of eye contact with Travis.
We're all over the place.
You know, you can. And you don't have to just look at the screen. You can look at us. Okay. You can talk. This is all going to pick. Does Dad sound all right?
Yeah.
Y'all let Dad know he sounds all right?
Give us a
give us a thumbs up or give us a not you.
But you got to talk. Let them talk and hear you.
Hello.
Okay.
If you heard that sounds good, let us know.
Yeah. My mother-in-law just joined to come out of knee surgery. Been praying for her.
Amen.
She's on here.
Amen.
I ain't going to be able to do it.
Hopefully she's doing all right. It's going to be wonderful. Let the Lancasters come out of the woodwork tonight. There's a bunch of them on there.
He
already
advertised
up to
this.
20 people.
He advertised this. He has people from Bluefield supposed to join in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He says that he's never watched, but you're pretty excited about being here.
He knows all about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's involved.
So anyway, to get back to my point, I said, hey, you know what? I can't make a script for tonight.
No script.
Can't do it. I have nothing planned. This is boys and girls. We're going down the road together.
Yeah.
And we ain't got no directions.
A different road.
We're on the Brother Jeff train.
All right.
Wherever it goes.
Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in here. Trav, you want to hit a couple announcements for us?
I do. We've got a few things going on. We'll talk about them as we go. But one of the things is for the teens. Two different things. The teens have a donut coffee fundraiser for camp. The cost is $10 for 1 dozen donuts or a bag of coffee.
22 people watching right now.
A dozen donuts or 1 bag of coffee for $10. Money orders, that's due by November 1st.
Yep.
Guess what today is?
November 1st.
November 1st. So
good job.
if you want to get the,
Way to get them all in. Good job, guys.
Right. If you wanted to do that, you had to do that by today. Okay. Your $40 deposit also for the teens. They're going to youth camp. For those of you that don't know, we're sending our teenage group to Rise Youth Camp that CT Townsend Ministries puts on, it costs it costs money for them to do that. It also costs money for us to bus them there and to find lodging and all that stuff. And it's important that you get your deposit in for your child. And if you can't, it's important that you let somebody know. Miss Sarah's been in charge of all that, the contact for that. But let somebody know, and we'll make it happen. But that needs to happen as soon as you can.
All right.
Get the $40 deposit.
I can't say that.
I can't.
Get a word in edgewise.
We're ready for you.
I really can't. Well, okay, go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
I won't talk about it. Whatever y'all want to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about.
Hey, listen, I want to go ahead and so we do a lot of things here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them all out up front. You be thinking the whole time. You got a piece of paper and a pen.
Yep.
All right. So the 4 horsemen is going to be favorite cartoons. It can be childhood. It could be what you're watching today.
Good.
But we're going to do the 4 horsemen of cartoons.
I love it.
We also talk about a cream of the crop. Cream of the crop has been inspired by the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? What was that?
I don't know. The things are falling apart.
My goodness.
What was that?
I have no idea. All right. Anyway, so Macho Man Randy Savage, that is something that is noteworthy in your life that you witnessed or you were a part of, or you you read about it, you sung about it, whatever you got to do. That's a cream of the crop. That's coming later on.
That threw me a curveball right there.
Wow.
You'll be ready.
Okay.
If you
Just
watched
think
the
it's something
show,
that happened.
if you'd watched the first 11 shows, you'd have known all this was coming.
Mm-hmm. They also know there's a giveaway coming too.
Hey, we're up to 24.
The giveaway.
25.
The
Praise
giveaway.
Y'all keep sharing.
I did give you the like and share Peyton Moore.
Yeah.
Look who just signed on. The newest member
Of who?
of the Army. Jordan Bowman signed.
Hey, what's up, Jordan?
What's going on, buddy? Congratulations. He
Thank
graduated
you
from
for your
Army.
service. Amen.
Michelle's watching.
Amen.
Michelle, Eli. Look,
Eli.
this is blowing up, Dad.
This
it's
is awesome.
blowing up.
Yeah. Never
Yep.
in the history of reCAP have we had 27 people watching at one time.
Maybe an accurate statement. I don't
It
know.
might
We
be.
had
I don't
30.
know.
At 28.
But look, they are
It's
just
all
they're
good.
pumping
It
up.
is.
Y'all
Yeah.
sign on.
All right. So anyway, so you
Help
got
like
the
and
cream of
share.
the crop. Be thinking of that. All right.
I
You got
still
the.
don't understand
Just
that.
anything that was exceptional.
In my lifetime?
Let me tell you what the cream of the
Like
crop
something
is
happened this week.
No, here I'm gonna give you my cream of the crop right off the bat.
Okay.
Me. My cream of the crop is me
Wow.
this week. All right.
What?
Let me tell you the reason why.
Yeah, let's go.
We
ahead.
went to
let's
the
go
men's
right
retreat.
into your.
Let's go
okay.
right into it. We went to the men's retreat. We'll knock this out of the park, okay?
Okay.
We went to the men's retreat.
Which, by the way, was an excellent men's retreat.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that for sure.
So we can talk about it a little bit more, but the reason why I'm the cream of the crop in
Mhm.
my eyes this week
Okay.
is because we went to the men's retreat. Trav showed up a little bit late. It was a Friday night. We had a bonfire. Everybody was doing great. We were singing. We were testifying. Everything was good. It was preacher's buddy gave a nice little lesson.
He did.
Then we all, we'll
He
talk
did.
about it later. Then you decided to go home.
I had to.
Okay. You went home to sleep when me and the other guys went into this bunkhouse that was not insulated
Non-insulated.
with no heating.
No
I don't
sheetrock.
want to say any. We'll talk about all that later.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Very little sleep due to the lack of 25 guys
I've heard
in
2 to 3 hours maximum for anyone.
maximum 2 to 3 hours worth of sleep.
Okay.
The next day,
30 people live.
we had
Check it out.
the next day
Okay.
at the men's retreat. Travis, you were there. Dad, you got to scoot back just a little bit. We'll pick you up. You ain't got to eat the microphone. Like it will pick you up. We ain't got to do that either.
Okay.
So the next day after the services was the skeet shooting competition.
Skeet shoot.
All right. All these men of the church,
I got you.
all these men of the church brought their guns. They brought their ammunition. They
Yeah.
brought their protective ears. They brought their eyes. They brought all this stuff. Okay. These huntsmen's of the church, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. So we get the, is it a skeet shooter?
Yeah, it's a clay pigeon launcher shooter twist around thing.
Yes. That's what they're called, a launcher. All right. So everybody was getting their guns out and everything. And they said, Ben, you going to shoot? And they know that I am not a hunter. They heard my story about me not hitting any deer at all.
Yeah. In a group, deer.
A flock of deer.
If right. A flock of deer.
So anyway, they said, oh, everybody get your phones out. Get your phones out. Ben's going to shoot. You know, he's going to be the test dummy. So I get a gun from Blake. I had no idea what it was.
Shotgun.
Yeah,
it was a type of a shotgun.
A type of shotgun. I walk up to the line. I pull. I line my scope up. I'm ready to go.
Well, it didn't have a scope, but he was lined up. He had his sights lined up.
I had my sights.
There you go.
My sights lined up. Okay, and everybody's like, everybody get the phones out. Everybody video. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So I'm sighted in. Travis is like, don't look over here, you know, make sure the safety's off. They're trying to give me like I'm, you know, like I ain't ever held a gun.
We all done.
Okay, everybody was behind.
Yeah,
that's how everybody was.
Don't look this way.
Okay, all right, but here I am. All right, I say pull, and what happens, Trav?
He drills it.
Drilled the pigeon.
So he's like, all right, shoot another one.
Disintegrated. I dropped the gun and walked off.
Yeah, and we tried to get him to shoot another one. He wouldn't do it.
No, sure shot Lancaster, 100%.
He left on a make.
100%. Cream of the crop.
He drilled.
Cream of the crop. 2 hours worth of sleep. Drilled the clay pigeon.
He did. He did. Jason Ofricio, good to see you, buddy.
We're live in the Philippines.
This is awesome.
So anyway, that's what a cream of the crop is.
You really have to give me a little bit of time, but I'll interrupt you sometime and do my cream of the crop.
You can say it's me if you want.
Well, while we're on the men's retreat,
okay.
That was awesome.
It was.
So we did something a little bit different that we're not, we did something that was closer.
Right.
And it was a little bit quicker. So we did a Friday in Kent Cunningham. By the way, if someone is next to Kent Cunningham or watching that knows him, send him a text. Tell him a wonderful job and encourage him. But he
don't go that far. Not with Ken. Amen.
Hey, look here.
I love him. I love him.
Anyway, so he put all this together. He had door prizes, all kinds of stuff. We went on a Friday after work. Everybody went down there, stayed the night. We played around Saturday, had a wonderful time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And then come back.
Dinner was off the chain.
Amazing, as usual.
Okay.
Ken kept saying, "Sit down. This is rustic. It's no heat. This one there wasn't heat in the bunks and so forth.
No, it was cold.
I was kind of expecting the worst, but when I got there, it was amazingly good.
It was awesome.
The kitchen area was nice, where we had our devotions that evening, which was, by the way, fabulous with the testimonies and so forth.
Yeah,
I thought it was if the weather would have been a little bit better, it would have been off the charts.
It'd been perfect. Yeah, just a little bit rainy.
A great place to go have it again.
Yeah.
Did we miss last year going to the men's retreat?
We did.
We skip a year.
We did. We had
23
yeah.
people.
22 total.
Yeah.
And
next year, looking forward to next year.
And the big takeaway was the old sure shot Lancaster here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Everybody's talking about it.
It is. That's the first I've heard about it tonight, but everybody else
everybody else is talking about it.
Oh, did I?
Oh, did I?
Whatever you want to call me.
Oh, bang 'em Ben. But we did have a wonderful time. So a little story. So I can tell. Is it time for a story from the
Man, you tell. We have absolutely no schedule.
This is brother Jeff don't know about this. He was already gone. So we crawled into the bunkhouse
at 1:45 in the morning.
Yeah, it was like right. So we're all getting our PJs on, getting in our sleeping bags. There's no heat in there, so we brought some buddy heaters.
I don't think anybody got in PJs but you.
Okay, well. I mean,
everybody else put more clothes on.
Right.
Or you changed clothes.
Right.
And you had some sort of nightgown on.
Right. But anyway, I was preparing myself for a bit. So we had a little devotion then, and that was all cool. Well, so then that goes on for a little bit, and we all say goodnight. We all turn lights out and go to sleep. Well, you know how it is when when a bunch of men, is all in the same room. It's kind of like high school students in class when they're not supposed to laugh, they're laughing. well, we're in this and we're supposed to go to sleep, but we can't go to sleep. People's talking, people's doing stuff,
Right.
giggling, laughing. Anyway, so
In my book, I had Derek on top of me and I'm on the bottom, and then Travis is diagonal on the top from
across from
me.
Derek.
So we can.
Remember what I
There
told
was
Derek?
a lot of eye contact.
Remember what I told Derek?
He said, I don't know. At one point, but my favorite part was at one point I hear Travis going. He's blowing up his pillow. He didn't even bring a pillow.
It's a backpack pillow, and you blow it up.
An inflatable
An
pillow.
inflatable. Yeah, it was awesome. I told Derek, I was like, Derek, I believe that you're probably an A+ camper. You do this all the time.
It was and snoring was throughout the whole bunkhouse. At one point, like it was so synchronized, it was one continual snore between like three guys.
Yeah, when one guy
So it
quit, the
never
other guy
stopped.
was snoring.
As the other guy was exhaling, another guy was inhaling, and then there was a third guy that picked up any type of gap. Yeah.
I don't know who all it was. And we all try to be mature, we're grown adults.
It was
Me and
Eddie, Scott, and I don't know who the third one is.
I don't know. But hey, so anyway, while we're laying there, it finally starts to get quiet. All of a sudden, we hear something going.
Everybody's saying they can't hear Dad.
Okay, that's what I meant. Okay.
All right, get back
Get
up
in the
there.
mic.
Sorry.
So in the middle of the night, we start hearing. Remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, what is that? What is that? So we're thinking a bug or a mouse or a beaver or something has crawled into the cabin.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, is everybody awake? Well, then the noise quits. We kind of prop up in the bed like, what is going on? And you hear raccoon. So Brother Bill Burr is laying underneath. He's in the bed bunk below me. So I just tilt my head over and I look at him down over in the bunk to see if he was awake. He said, all he saw was my head pop around the bunk. He starts laughing. I was like, all right, he's awake. I said, Bill, what is that noise? He goes, it sounds like something chewing on the wood because he's in a wood cabin. And anyways, that's when Derek said it's a beaver. And Dan was like, that's the biggest mouse I've ever heard. So I finally we got to find out what this is. We was kind of surprised that we're the only four that's worried about it.
Yeah, everybody else just tried to sleep.
All right. So I get up and I'm crawling real quietly down the middle of the bunk. Find out that it's a CPAP machine. I had too much water in it. So it was gurgling the water.
Somebody was drowning.
Yeah. Brother Cunningham was drowning. I had to pull him up out of there. That was a good time.
But yeah, the men's
was a great
retreat
time.
was great. So anyway, all right, Dad, listen, I want to give you plenty of opportunity
Okay.
to talk.
Well, let me just kind of ad lib, but go ahead.
No, you go right ahead.
What are we talking about?
It's whatever you want to talk about. So I'm your son. Tell everybody I'm your son, and you got a daughter.
Well,
So, 'cause
everybody
some
knows this is
people-
my son.
listen,
Everybody
we're
knows this is
very well-
Travis, my second son.
let's
right here.
ask a question.
We'll ask
tell
a
us
question.
tell us about
Tell us who you are.
your childhood and a testimony.
Oh,
So
God.
tell us kind of a little bit about your parents and then your testimony.
Well, my dad was head deacon at Fairhaven Baptist Church, which Chuck's dad, Dave Kilburn, was pastor there. And I kind of grew up there at the age of 12 years old on Easter Sunday night. There was this lady that we sang Old Rugged Cross because I don't know if you've ever heard Jeremy Atkins always asked me to give my testimony and sing Old Rugged Cross, which was a large part of my testimony. But she played an angel, and there was a cross in the background. And at 12 years old, I knew that I needed Jesus Christ more than anything this world had to offer.
Mm-hmm.
So Lord knocked on my heart's door, and I accepted Jesus Christ at that time. And I'll never forget, Dad was head deacon there, and part of the duties of a deacon is to take care of the widows.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there was 3 widows in my church: Miss Kennedy, Miss Smith, and Mama
What-
Dale Hackney.
What year is this? Are we in the early
Oh gosh.
70s?
Right after
Yeah.
World War II, wasn't it?
Hey, look here.
I was-
See, you have to interrupt. You have to interrupt a lot of your stories because
Yeah.
people talk to you.
I see
All
it.
right. So look where Bill's at.
I'm in Pigeon Forge.
Bill said he's in Pigeon Forge tonight.
Okay.
Pigeonhole.
I wish I was there.
And look here. And look at
CT Towns is watching
CT
you.
said, "Hey,
TC.
that's a rare sighting." CT
Yeah.
to log on.
Yeah.
Say hi to CT.
How CT? They just want to say that because you never get airtime on anything that you ever do. Amen.
Hey, y'all like and share.
Yeah.
CT, share that, please.
28.
There you
Anyway,
go,
back
Wade.
to my testimony. He was all the widows kept coming up and said, I've been praying for you. One lady, which was Miss Kennedy, was a big influence in my dad's life. I always watched him take care of these ladies.
Right.
Well, that was when I was 13 years old, which I'm 62 now, so you can do the math. But later on, as I kept growing a little bit in Christ, at the age of 19 years old, we got a church van.
Huh.
And they came to me and wanted me to drive the church van, pick up the ladies, pick up the people on the church van. And what was kind of neat is that these ladies played such an important part of my life. I remember them when I got up from the altar, and they came and hugged me, and Mommy Dale Hackney playing the angel that was, I remember so much in my testimony. And when they gave me this the bus route, they said, here's the people you got to pick up. And it was Mommy Dale Hackney, Miss Smith, and Miss Kennedy.
All that was there when you got saved.
Everybody there was in with us, and that stuck with me for a long time.
You was a widow ministry.
Well, they was praying for you to get saved. Now you was returning the favor. Sort of.
God worked that out to where I was part of their life of getting them to come to church when they was a big part of my life when I was saved.
I believe that. I believe that. God knew something was going to happen there.
Yep.
Used it.
So you've been in church your whole life.
Been in church my whole life.
Then you meet my mommy.
Meet my mom at the same church.
No, not your mom. My mom.
Your wifey.
Your
My
mom
wife
was
would
it?
be being your
Yeah.
son's
My
mom.
mama went to church there also.
Right.
We
met
didn't
her
meet
there.
Yeah.
You met her at birth.
So I met Miss Elaine at that church. We went to
As my mom.
youth. Your mother.
Yeah.
My wife. And Rachel's mother also.
Yeah. You just have to remind the viewers because some
Okay.
people don't know all this.
Okay.
They don't know all of it.
I mean, we're in the Philippines right now.
I know it.
They ain't never seen it before.
Jake logs on and he's in like Alaska. I mean,
He is.
we kind of got a good following these days.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You meet my mama.
I meet my mama.
No, my mom, your wife.
I meet your mom, my wife.
Yeah.
Elaine.
Yeah.
So we spark off and on. Sparking, which is another name for
Courting.
dating. Yeah,
Courting.
That's what you're gonna hear a lot of old school words tonight, amen.
Yeah.
So we get we get married, and she teaches kindergarten at Fairhaven, which was a long time ago, and we wanted children, and didn't have just wasn't fit.
I love this story.
Bless us, yeah. So
Good story.
So I'll never forget. We thought we was pregnant one time, and we wasn't. And I'll never forget her crying at the edge of the bed, saying, "I don't understand why people can abort babies, and throw babies away, and He not give me the desire of my heart." So later on, I worked at the coal mines, and later on, when in the '80s, when the coal industry just went in the tank, I was laid off, and she got sick one night. Didn't know what it was. Went to the doctor. We didn't have a whole lot of money. And make a long story short, she came out and she said, "We're going to have a baby." And that was the desire of our heart. And I'll never forget it. We just had enough money in retirement to cover my life and to cover my health insurance on Elaine and the baby to get the baby get Ben delivered. So to make a long story short, everybody in our church was praying for this. So we the night that Ben come into the world, we had 34 people at the hospital, including my pastor, which was Dave Kilburn, Dad, and everyone. And
Wow.
He was emergency C-section, and Dr. Masahibi was the one that delivered Ben.
Good man.
Well, it was a
Good man.
I'm sorry, I take that back. It was a pediatrician, but he was there when they handed me that baby, and my pastor was beside of me, and revival broke out. And I just told everybody there and told that doctor that you don't understand that this is our gift from God and so forth.
Right.
And the whole story short is that after a few weeks, I was still laid off, was having trouble paying the bills. And I went to Dr. Masahibi. We owed him $800. I'll never forget this. We owed him $800. And I went to the nurse and I said, here's a bill. I said, we can't pay this all at one time. I said, but we want to make payments on it.
Yeah.
She said, well, I have to go back and talk to the doctor. And the doctor came out and he said, I remember you. I remember when you held your baby and you give God all the glory. And he took that bill and ripped it up in front of me and said, you don't owe me a dime.
Wow.
And that's just how God worked. And I kept thinking, I didn't have nothing to offer God when I was born, when God saved me.
Yeah.
And I took a bill before God, and through the blood of Jesus Christ, he said, you don't owe me a dime for your sins.
Amen.
That was all paid also. And that's just the way God works, and that's the way God took care of us. That's a little bit about my testimony. And 7 years later, we got the doctors had told us that you've got a million chance of one of ever having children on your own. We had even come to the exception we was going to adopt children.
Yeah.
And then God took care of us when we couldn't see no way because of I was without work, no insurance whatsoever. And we got down to where we pawned. Back then you got gold class rings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you graduated high school.
Right.
We got our class rings, and it got to a point where we pawned our class rings to help pay for our bills. But God's been good to us.
That's right. What my favorite part of that story is when it seemed to be the worst time to have a child.
Yeah, very much.
You know, the world would have said, with no job, no insurance, no money, pawning rings, pawning stuff, she's barren. She's praying to God like Hannah was, Samuel's mother. Made me think of Peninnah and Hannah. Remember Peninnah, if that's how it's said, Peninnah or whatever, she was having babies left and right. Just like Elaine was like, well, why can people have kids that they abort them and they pawn them off and all this stuff, and I can't have any, just like Hannah. Right. And then it seems like at the worst time to have children, that the world would say the worst time, God says, I'm going to provide a miracle. And not only did he provide the miracle in the child, but then he provided a miracle with enough money for insurance and taking care of that bill and all that stuff. So God says, hey, nobody can do what I can do. It was like today. It's the same thing like today. Insurance, if you didn't have insurance, it was skyrocketing. You just couldn't afford it. Yeah. And I had worked in the mines just long enough that the money they gave me out of my retirement, because U.S. Steel had dissolved the coal company, and I got my check. That check was just enough to cover my insurance till Ben was born. That's just the way God worked in our life. That's a cream of the crop for me tonight. Amen. That's a good cream of the crop. Ben is a cream of the crop 2 times. Amen. He's owned cream of the crop and Jeff's cream of the crop. I hope y'all heard that story. I hope I was long enough.
Yeah, everybody did, because they kept on calling me the golden child.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made reference to the Christmas tree cakes.
That's awesome, oh man.
Which is also a cream of the crop.
I didn't talk a lot about Rachel, but 7 years later, we was blessed with
As
a
I,
little
you
girl.
don't have to.
Rachel.
Yeah.
This kid.
And she was even better than the first one.
Well, we call it's like
it still is.
Every 7 years with the when you had a plague, it was like no, not really. She was she's a blessing.
Seven's a number of completion and perfectness.
And the good thing about it is that both of them's working in church and working here at the church, and not because they're mine, but I think they're a big part of our church, a big part of our ministry.
Yeah, but you've been involved, and this takes me into our next thing. This is also a coach of basketball.
Now we're talking.
So it also brings me into the next thing. Yeah. So you said that your children are involved in the church, and I know it's not a guarantee, right? Christian school
absolutely.
And church is not a guarantee. However, you've made yourself to be a part of schools and Christian school and children's lives, including my own, and tell them about. So he's a coach of basketball and coached for years.
Coached you.
You coached me, yeah.
And CT
and so making God a big part of his life. Now his children are working in the ministry. Tell them about how many basketball players that you've coached that's moved on into ministry.
Now, see, y'all asked me, and we'll get into this a little bit later. Y'all asked me for some kind of a trivia question or something.
Okay.
That you give a gift away.
Okay.
So we don't want to go there yet.
Got that. And
you have that answer right there.
Okay.
I got some of that information.
Okay, they can't read it. They can't read it.
Travis?
No, you don't.
Okay,
don't answer. That'll be the trivia question.
The trivia question would be good.
Okay. But I'm going to
But I will say, okay.
Wait, can you be quiet just a second?
Yeah.
I get on this show. I'm the guest, and you can't be quiet.
Welcome to
Okay,
my
anyway.
world.
What? No.
That's a one-sided story here.
Okay,
No.
go. I asked you a question.
This
But
show-
don't say that question.
This show is work
I
for
wrote
me.
anyway. I wrote down a lot of the young boys, and we've had some great times.
Yeah.
We had some great times. I'll never forget the last second shot at Heritage.
Yes.
CT came down, had 6 seconds left. Now, why did CT have to hit the shot? Like
He did.
get all the
Actually,
glory.
the
He
play-
still gets all the glory.
Hey, actually, the play you drawed up was a play to hit me in the post.
I know, but he ball hogged.
CT
He all the way down.
CT
and
will
popped.
shoot 10 out of 9 times.
Yes, he will.
Well, it went
Anyway,
in. It went in.
it went
If
in.
it wouldn't, we'd have wore him out.
He's already logged off.
It was a great moment of ours. But that being said, there's a lot of good ball players. Travis was an excellent ball player. Ben was a very good ball player. I had a lot of good ball players, but I wrote down all the ball players that I think that has went on to be preachers or whatever.
Okay.
And during this show, you look
Preachers
at this,
or whatever.
preachers or I can't go.
You don't want to say too
I don't
much.
wanna
It's
say
all
too
good.
much. I don't wanna say
We'll get
too
there
much.
later.
Not yet.
Okay.
But that being said, you look here and see if I left anybody out while we're talking.
Okay.
Okay,
I will.
talking now.
I will. Very good. Very good. Wow, that's awesome. And now he plays in the house band. Man, y'all sang music your whole life too, for the most part. Like your
Yeah.
dad sang and for the church.
Mom and Dad sang.
Yeah.
Was in a group called the Haven Airs and went all over the Eastern United States singing. And I played bass guitar for them.
Yeah.
And at one time, until I got sick, I had the opportunity to play for a pretty well-known Southern gospel group.
Mm.
And I was sick at the time and couldn't do the road trip. But that was a pretty good part of my life. The Lord was using me to go full time in the ministry, and just due to sickness and so forth, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's encouraging to know, though, that,
Yep.
you know, made a life following God and this worked out.
Yep.
Having said that, for the teenagers, talking about kids, they're selling those Rada knives.
Oh, wow.
It's like a commercial with this guy. It's him.
Well, we're selling those Rada knives. You got to go on Capital City's webpage on the Facebook and help us sell those for those are a fundraiser for the teens to go to camp. Rada knives or something like that.
Rada.
Pretty good, Rada. Pretty good deal. And right now, Bill Burr come on there and said, you know, hi, he's in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
They took a bunch of students from here down to the Crown College for Crown College Days. They're down there for like 3 days or something. Some are from our school. So there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah. I see Sarah's here, and she's a big part of our family's life too. But that being said, that's all we'll say about Sarah tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, you told him a little bit about your life.
Yeah.
You play in the house band here at church.
Yeah.
Play the guitar.
Yes. I'm answering your questions. Let's keep this thing rolling. Work with me here.
I'm trying. I don't know what else you do with your life. What's your favorite TV show?
Of all times,
I don't know.
I see I'm old school, but I'm going to try to relate because stuff that I say it shows that.
Get you that Christmas tree cake, Trav. They're
Yeah,
back in
Travis, we
season.
need them.
Hey, I've had.
Wait,
We'll get back to it. We bounced
Andy
around a lot.
Griffith and Gilligan's Island. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, I had 5 people text me today of pictures that they took in the supermarket because Christmas tree cakes are back.
Yeah.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Little Debbie's.
Huh?
Little Debbie.
Those are the
Little
best
Debbie.
cakes ever.
The
made.
best cakes in the world.
There's a good what do y'all call that question? Trivia? 4 horsemen question or whatever?
Yeah.
Who
Four
was
Horsemen.
the original 4 horsemen?
Okay. Original 4. You need to throw this one in because they make a lot.
Of Little Debbie?
The top 4 Little Debbie cakes.
Well, we can't because the 4
I already
horsemen
know one.
you go 4 in a row, so we'd have to have 12 Little Debbie.
Or we can just say 4 of the best.
Well, I'm
Or
not
4
sure.
of the best.
We can
I'm
make
not-
that a
I'm not
topic right
sure the
now.
Little Debbie
Okay,
don't have 12.
go.
We can
Number
make that
1.
a topic right
Number
now.
1, done.
Hey, let's think.
No, we got it. Go ahead.
How is that
I
not-
think number 1 most sell is the oatmeal cream pie.
Oatmeal's good.
I bet you that's because that's a Big Daddy one.
I don't know.
What's another big one you think?
Those spin wheels. I like those spin with little peanut.
pecan wheels?
Yeah,
The pecan wheels?
They're called spin wheels.
I could eat them all day.
No, you guys are missing the Little Debbie, the peanut butter sticks. What's it
Nutty
called?
Buddy.
Nutty Buddy.
Nutty
That's
Buddy's a
popular.
good one.
That's a
Honey
classic.
Bun's
Huh?
a good one. Honey Buns, they're good ones. Everybody makes a honey bun, and I think
Miss Debbie's on here. Hello, I see you.
Little
Zebra
Debbie-
cakes, Peyton Moore zebra cakes.
See there?
Tell us
Come
something.
on,
See, you
watchers.
Tell us some little Debbie
Viewers.
cakes y'all
Give
like.
us some Debbie
watchers.
cakes.
where's your
Give us
crew
some
at that you
zebra
invited?
cakes.
Did you invited 5 to 10 people to join in tonight? But they're not on.
Kayla Lucas is joined.
Kayla's our cousin.
Great singer, working for the Lord.
Phenomenal. She even fudge rounds.
Fudge rounds, those are good.
Oh, and Allie
Those are-
there
Schaefer
you
with
go.
the fudge
Now we're
rounds.
talking-
Allie
Allie.
with the fudge round,
Little
picking it up.
sissy, hey.
picking it up.
So you start talking about stuff like that, you get a lot more interaction.
Allie Schaefer, who basically has grown up at our house also. Fudge rounds. There's 2 for fudge rounds.
That's a good one.
It is. It's got that little fudge cream
Oh, yes.
swirls on top.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Great cut.
I always like the oatmeal cream, but I can't get off of it.
Larry Marion,
One of
Nutty
my favorites.
Buddies.
You ever had a homemade oatmeal cream pie?
Mm-mm.
My mom used to make them.
They make him?
No, my mom makes them.
Bring them back.
Yeah, she does.
Ask
She makes
her.
an awesome.
It's been
makes
probably decades since I've had one.
Bring it back, Elaine.
But it's like an oatmeal cookie. Like she makes a legit oatmeal cookie and then makes the frosting and then makes another oatmeal cookie. And then
Oh, it is.
My birthday's this weekend. Oh, I forgot about that.
you forgot about your birthday?
This Saturday is Uno's birthday and John David's birthday party.
Wow.
Their birthdays are 2 different days. but they're-
Everyone
wow.
here is invited.
They're
All
so, yes,
24
everybody.
of you.
They're so close together that we decided to have their birthdays together because they'd be at each other's party anyway. So that's going to be here Saturday. But guess what? Saturday is the 3rd,
Chocolate cream filled
which is
cupcakes.
actually my birthday. Saturday the 3rd.
Cosmic brownies has been said.
Cosmic brownies.
Help out.
What'd you
Is that,
say?
the
You're not
brownies, is
listening.
that the brownies with the sprinkles on
You
it?
didn't
can't
listen
get
to
no
a
love.
thing.
Yeah, I listened to
I
it.
can't get no love.
Where
I
is
need
the
y'all
Birthday
here.
Party.
I need-
Here.
I need a
Uno,
present.
John David.
But
I'm
my,
not-
my birthday's actually that day.
I'm
Is
not
it?
going to be here.
I need a
I'm
present.
not either.
I get no love in here. These
I
Lancasters
will
ganging
not
up on
be
me.
either.
Speaking of ganging up,
Oh, well.
speaking of your one thing we need to circle back around on. A few weeks ago, I went over to Truth and I went on their show.
Yeah.
And I challenged them to a basketball game.
Yeah.
And then I just left. And so now they're talking a bunch of smack.
I got
And
some good players over there.
yeah, but I think we can beat them.
Jason Harper, who's big with their program, he was on my ball team.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
Did you coach Jason, Sam, and
And
Ben
that
and all
being
them?
said, I had 6 boys at one time. Jason Harper was on that team. And at that time, Marietta Christian School was the Cross Lanes, whatever the biggest basketball school is now in the high school realm.
Yeah.
And I took him, Phil Rose, Jeremy McClanahan, Matt Campbell, Isaac Brown, and Darren Brown. That was 6 players.
Downtown Darren Brown.
Darren Brown. And I took those 6 players. And we went to Marietta Christian School. They had one of them little pep bands going and everything going. The tubas and everything.
Yeah.
And they had a big crowd. And this
Big.
is like David Slew Goliath. We went there and beat them people on their home court. It was, I'll never forget, it was snowing that night, and it was the greatest. Like, afterwards, we was. And I think Sarah was cheerleading that night. She may know about that. But
Scott Carr
them.
joined.
We beat them. Scott Carr.
Walt, he was on the team.
Walt, he was on the team.
For a little while, then he went to
Yeah.
Calvary.
Yeah.
He jumped ship on
I
us.
know.
Traitor. How old you gonna be, Trav?
37.
You want anything for your birthday?
I would like a lot of stuff for my birthday. Everybody can show up.
They said that that's the night that there's the big movie night.
Yeah. So Saturday day is Uno and John David's birthday party here. And then Saturday night, that was another thing we needed to pass,
Yeah.
is they're having movie night with the ladies
Hallmark
at
movies.
Hallmark at Miss Brandy's
I bet they
subdivision
watch,
there.
I bet they watch a movie with DJ Tanner in it. You know DJ Tanner, the Full House. She's Candace Burke or something like that. I don't know. She was
Yeah, I know you're talking about
talking about. She's always in all them Hallmark movies.
Hallmark. She says she wants to do it before the baby gets here. So yeah, I mean Saturday is a big day around here. Big
So,
night. too.
Look, people still commenting on the
Star Crunch.
on the thing. All right,
Little
so let's
Debbie's.
get to the real four horsemen. Can you
Okay.
name the real four horsemen?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Woo!
Is it Tully Blanchard?
Woo!
Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tully Blanchard?
Yeah.
Is it the Andersons?
Yep.
The
Ole and
enforcer.
Ole and Arn.
Arn.
Arn Anderson.
Arn Anderson.
That's back. Now we're talking old school.
The four
Oh,
horsemen.
man. That was when.
My dad
Georgia
still watches
Championship
wrestling because
wrestling.
me and Elijah watch wrestling. So he will call in on Monday nights and be like, "Oh man, did you see Roman Reigns? Did you see who?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the
It's not
luchas.
like-
We love the luchas.
Ric
The
Flair,
luchadors?
Tommy Wildfire.
Oh, yeah.
Ridge. I'm going way back to Georgia Championship. Tommy Wildfire.
What about that guy that used to eat the
Buzz
turnbuckle?
Sawyer? Eats a turnbuckle.
Man, he
Oh, that guy was nuts.
George.
He was
George
Bucky
Animal
Bones.
Steel.
Yeah,
His
George
tongue.
Animal.
His tongue was green. His tongue was green.
You're a little bit old school also.
My grandma used to watch it nonstop. Rest in
Hey,
peace.
we are staying steady in the 20s. I've seen this thing.
We always-
Yeah, we were up.
We
until-
do that. We do that.
Come on,
Hey,
let's get that up to
so
30. Share
who
this. Let's
was
go
the
for
guy
that.
that used to fly off the top turnbuckle? And he was
Macho
like,
Man.
No, but yes, he did.
Jimmy the Superfly Snooker.
Superfly Snooker. That's
How
what I'm
about I
talking
knew that? Just you saying flying, I named it.
Because
in
that's
two
what he
people.
done. He pretended he was a tiger all the time.
All right. Anyway, four horsemen.
Okay.
Well, you got
What
something
is
to
our
say?
four horse?
You got something to say?
No, you told me to name the original Four Horsemen.
Well, that was over.
We done that. We
Okay,
already
what
done
are we
that.
doing?
You got to bounce around. Here.
Having
I
a
mean, you
relapse.
can't-
Yeah, having a relapse.
You gotta
It's
roll.
all-
All right, so we're gonna do snake. You know how that goes?
Snake.
You know how
Yeah,
the
the
snake
snake.
goes?
You got to lay on the floor
We
and
had-
you go. It's like that, and you.
Like on the floor.
Yeah, do right.
Or jumping.
Well, listen. Anyway,
He ain't seen that segment.
if you'd watched any of these shows, you'd know this is what we do every week.
Okay, so you work with me here.
All right,
You kinda
anyway.
invited me on here, and I kind of wanted to.
Here's
do
how
it.
we're gonna go. Okay, a snake means you go first,
Okay.
then we'll go me,
Okay.
then we'll go Travis is
Mhm.
3, then Travis,
4,
then me,
5, and I'm
then
6.
you,
Like picking. And,
then you,
I got
then
you.
me,
Yeah.
then
I
Travis,
got
then Travis.
you.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, you're ready to go.
What are we?
Who's
Four
first? Yeah, you're
The
first.
four horsemen.
We done did the
I
little
thought you
baby
said it was the
face.
best cartoon.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Cartoon
Yeah.
characters.
No characters or shows.
Okay.
that's
I'm
same.
old
Yeah.
school
It's
now.
all the same.
I'm old school.
You probably are. He probably bringing up
You
some
watch
black and white stuff.
You watch cartoons with Elijah now.
I
You
do
gotta
that
like some
too.
of them.
Okay, that give me a little work with me. Am I first?
Okay, go. I'm working
Hit
with
it.
you.
All time favorite. And if you never watched these cartoons, Google them online there, and you can watch some of them.
Google them online.
Yeah, Google them online.
Yeah,
like our
this-
so our watchers know how to log on Facebook.
Yeah.
Watch our live stream and
But-
comment and like and share, but they don't know how to Google it.
Google them online.
I hate both of you. Anyway,
They know how to do
number one cartoon.
Do you
of all
have? You
time.
don't have Facebook. First off, you don't have Facebook,
That's because it's of the devil, but that's a different story.
and you don't have. They'll
it
shut
can
us
be.
down. They will shut
It
us
can
down.
be. It can be.
Okay.
It can be.
And
That's how it's used. Lord's gave us the
So
ability
you
to
don't
use this
have-
technology for good.
you don't have Twitter. You don't have
No.
Instagram.
No, but I got.
You're not out
something
there.
where we
You're not
talk-
out there on the
Give me a
line.
tweet. Give me a tweet real quick. If you were to tweet
Tweet,
something, what
tweet.
would you tweet?
What would I tweet? Let's get back to this. Hey, we're 45 minutes into this show.
Doesn't it
Okay.
go by really fast?
Yeah, so that's why I say we got to ad lib here. So the Four Horsemen,
Of cartoons.
number one cartoon of all times, Popeye the Sailor Man. That's right.
Do you know any of his sayings?
Popeye, Olive Oil, Wimpy? I gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. That was one of my favorite. I still say that a lot of times.
What does that
Popeye
mean?
the Sailor Man.
Okay, does anybody know who Popeye and Olive Oil's babies was named?
Little spinach.
Sweet pea.
Sweet Pea.
Sweet pea.
There you go.
I am on fire
I'm
tonight.
strong to the
Popeye.
finish because I eat me spinach.
Arr.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
You sound just like him.
You look a little bit like him too. Why don't you dress up for him?
Arr.
All right,
Hi,
listen.
mate.
I'm done. There's one more.
Okay.
All right,
So we're
my
snaking this thing. So I don't have- okay.
it's gone off the
I like
rails.
Popeye too.
Off the rails.
I like
Oh,
hey,
Sarah's
y'all-
got a good one. That was
All right.
one of mine.
Don't think because some of us might use it.
That's
If
right.
y'all like a cartoon, put it on there for us.
That's
Listen,
We'll go back
I
and
was
look
a
at
'90s kid.
Okay.
All right, and
What year was you? 86?
84.
84. I'm like, okay. That's
All
right.
right.
That's right.
So
So we was all in the same area.
Saturday morning cartoons was usually something that you would log into.
Big time.
Every day you would go home after school.
I
at
know,
like
man, you
28
3
watchers.
o'clock.
We're trying to get that to 30. Let's go.
You gotta like and share.
Hey, everybody! If we get to 30, everybody that's on and comments and likes and shares, Dad will give $5.
That's a deal.
Let's go. 30
When you
people.
do 5 times 3, that's 150 bones.
That's dropping a wad. That's dropping a bucket for him.
You just throw it in there.
I
Yeah.
love when we lie. Go ahead.
If I had his money, I'd throw mine away.
Sure. You've heard that from your old
If I had his money, I'd buy me a
Cheryl's
Christmas.
on
I'd
here.
buy me a birthday present this weekend.
All right, listen.
He ain't paying attention. to me.
We may
All right.
have a lot. We may have a lot. All right, but you would always go home, and you would always flip on the TV at like a little 3 o'clock.
A little 3.
3 o'clock. You'd flip on a little nickel. I don't even know what it was. A TBS maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they use sometimes.
I want to go my number one, and I've got the
I
shirt
guarantee we gonna
I
have the same.
wore here. I wore here a couple of weeks ago, and that's DuckTales.
I watched a lot of it.
DuckTales was a good one.
Woo!
Yeah, that was a popular one.
That's it. Well, okay, it's my
There's
number
two
one pick.
There's some good ones up here, man.
I'll tell you what I like.
Roadrunner. That's not really a cartoon. That's
Hey,
more like a Looney
Sarah is
Tunes.
way old school.
I-
Mr. Cartoon.
I have a
came
story
on
of Mr.
after
Cartoon.
school. I didn't know he was on when you guys was that little.
Are you
Mr.
kidding me?
Cartoon.
Wait, you'll never believe my story then. I'm going to
I
tell
was
it later.
watching cartoons the day that Jeremy got run over by a car.
Jeremy
What
got
was
ran
it?
over by a Prius. But listen,
I had to go in.
Raymond.
And, I had to-
30. It got up to 30.
he did
Everybody
he did,
gets
hey,
$5.
He did get run over. Hey, listen, I have a story about, don't let me forget, Mr. Cartoon that you guys will not believe.
Yeah, though.
After the Four Horsemen.
All right.
Is it? Yeah, really. We ready? My turn, ain't it?
Yeah, your turn.
I love, and it started to go off as we got a little bit older.
Okay.
It started not to play so often
Okay.
unless you had the higher end packages.
Of
which
the TV.
Right. And my
Sound.
dad took our TV very politely, picked it up off the entertainment center ever so carefully, took it out the front door and threw it in the lawn. So I had some years there where I didn't have no cartoons. But one I really liked until he done that was He-Man.
Ooh.
I loved He-Man.
He-Man.
And Skeletor, and he was right on that tiger, and
Mhm.
Skeletor right on the panther. Do you not know
Mhm.
He-Man?
There's JR. Pat. Both.
I can't. He's all over the place.
Hey, Robert Miles is on here, man. That's the guy I worked with. That's one of my
That's the guy you invited?
He's commenting
Johnny
too.
Quest. Johnny
I got-
Quest.
Hey, I love
Hey,
y'all.
look, we're over 30. Look
I
at
love y'all.
you owe
Thanks
all
for
these
playing.
people that are commenting $5.
Hey, I love y'all.
Hey,
Bowie.
you got back to back.
Oh, I go back to back.
It's
My
your
next favorite is Thundercats. Thundercats. Ho!
That's way too loud in these.
Oh, you got
You got
yours turned all the way up.
You gotta stop that, man.
Go ahead.
His is turned.
Huh?
Come on, let's get serious. We've
Oh,
only got
man.
10
You
minutes.
got yours turned up
We
to
can
level
go.
9.
You turned that up, man. Well, listen, I think we're kind of in a different. We're in a different era.
Yeah,
I liked yours, but that was
wasn't a favorite all the time.
the fading out as I was coming in.
Gotcha.
So I'm like DuckTales. I'm like my second one is probably Darkwing Duck.
Yeah,
Y'all
that was kind
remember
of the same.
Darkwing
Yeah.
Duck?
That was kind of the same
You
groove
know,
a little
It's kind of
bit.
sadistic, wasn't it?
No, man, he was a
Depends how you
crime
look
You
at it.
allowed
fighter.
to watch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody that's a
Darkwing
yeah,
Duck.
he was a duck.
You
that
better
would-
watch
he
out,
was like
you
Batman.
bad boys.
He was like Batman.
Darkwing Duck.
Okay.
Your
My
turn.
turn?
Yeah.
I'm going way old school that nobody will remember.
Why do you go old school? Go new school.
Go old school that nobody will remember, but get online and watch this one. Is that
Google, what is it? You Google it online.
This
That's
is this
right.
one.
You
You
go
are
to
not
the
going to
internet.
remember this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it because we're running out of time. Mr. Magoo. Mr.
Was
Magoo.
that the blind guy?
Yes, that was the blind.
Okay, I remember him on Looney Tunes. Son.
Yes.
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah,
The
he was
guy-
funny.
The
I
guy-
tell you
it was-
what.
all the story walked around him, and it was like a half-hour story. And these cartoons would come on like specials on Friday night. And if you was a kid my age on TV, you lived for the Friday night cartoons and Mr. Magoo. And the story would be around him. The guy was blind. He drove a
Yeah.
car.
He did everything.
He did everything
Blind
wrong.
as a bat.
Blind as a bat. But at the end of the show, He was the hero. He made everything work together to where it worked out all right. Mr. Magoo.
He did. That was a good one. I remember Mr. Magoo.
I just throwing something out there that's tugging on my heartstrings. I don't have them on there like Eureka's Castle.
Oh,
that was kind of Muppet Babies. Muppet. So all these are coming back. So Muppet Babies is back now, and Avery she loves her some Muppet Babies. All right, Dad, you got two now. Go.
What? I'm still up?
This is how the snake works.
Remember,
remember when we started?
if you don't,
Remember you said I know what you're talking about.
Because these aren't real old school.
What do you mean you're going last? This is just your third one.
Oh, we got 4. That's right. Yogi Bear.
hey,
Boo Boo Bear.
yeah, Big Nickel Boo.
You watch these cartoons. If you get your children interested in the cartoon shows that I'm telling you about, you'll raise good kids.
You had to change your life.
All right. Listen, it's back to me, right?
Okay.
This is my number 3. I'm going Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that is a good one.
That was one of mine.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
I
Turtles.
love the Turtles.
Can you name all 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Can't name any of them.
I'll give you a hint. They was all famous artists, sculptors,
Okay,
and
one
painters.
had to be Michelangelo.
Boom.
That's one.
Orange collar.
Orange collar, nunchucks. Give me another one.
Donatello.
Okay,
Purple.
purple. Hey, who? Okay, I'll give you another hint. He painted the Last Supper. He
Don't
painted.
have a clue.
He painted Mona Lisa.
Mm.
I have no
Come
clue.
on, Dad.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Leonardo was one.
I wasn't very good in history. But
I
go
didn't
ahead.
know.
And the
anything
last
about
one did a lot of sculpting.
that. Leonardo had a sword. He was
Yeah.
blue.
Mm-hmm.
He wore the blue.
I had every one they ever
Oh,
made.
I had so many
I had the
action
dome,
figures.
the dome, and the sewer lair.
Mhm.
The last one's Raphael.
Raphael.
He had what was the 3-prong things? What are they called?
Size.
What are they?
S-A-I. Sai.
He had
Sai.
those, and he was red. And they were trained by a squirrel. Do you not remember me watching this? Was you absent? Was you absent my childhood?
I was probably reading the Bible.
All right.
Hey, trained by a squirrel named Splinter.
It was it.
It was a rat.
And they
But
ate a bunch of pizza.
He was a rat.
And
I remember they always eat.
and they all loved April, who was a human.
Radical.
Anyway,
Teenage
Cowabunga.
Mutant Ninja.
look,
Turtle
my mom said I even had April, the figurine.
Huh.
We had them all, man.
Dude,
Those was awesome.
I wish I still had all that.
Is it my turn?
Adam Short said Doug. Doug was on my. Do you remember Doug?
Oh,
A little bit. I never really got into that. That might have been after my TV got thrown out. I can't remember.
I think that was during your hiatus. It would always say something. He'd be like,
Who's up?
I guess I'm up.
Travis got 2.
My next one's going to have to be, and it went off air too, Fraggle Rock.
Oh! Winner, chicken dinner.
That's right.
Mm.
Fraggle Rock. man.
Listen, so they're revamping that.
Are they?
That's coming back. Dance your cares away. Save it for another day. Everybody say, down to Fraggle Rock.
I loved Fraggle Rock.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yep. Muppet Babies came back. Fraggle
Fraggle
Rock.
cartoon, or was it like
No,
a stuffed
it
character?
was like stuffed characters.
Yeah, it was a Jim Henson.
Yeah.
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 Jim Henson died, didn't he?
Long time ago.
Rest in peace.
Mm-mm.
Good man.
Okay. Are you
Okay.
done?
No, I have to go again. I have to go again.
more.
My next one,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have 2 more. If you want to go that far.
No, I've got honorable mentions.
Okay, my next one,
The Jetsons.
and this
Who
is
said
shit-
that?
Hey, this,
Adam A.
I was
George
rocking.
Jetson.
this I'd have just said one of mine.
Jetsons.
This Scooby Doo, and I still watch it today. Scooby Doo is a classic, man.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Let me
Where
tell-
are you?
Let me tell a quick story because we're running out of time. Scooby Doo. Okay, so I went in church my whole life. Grew up in church. So both my parents worked all the time. So they would have people watch us, or babysitters or whatever. Well, one time they took us to another person's house that watched other kids, while they was at work to pick us up. It didn't last long at all because here's what happened. Me and Seth want to watch TV. We're going to watch Scooby-Doo. The people that was watching us wouldn't let us watch Scooby-Doo because they said it was of the devil because of all them cartoon monsters that was people dressed up anyway, like Halloween. And so they said, y'all can't watch Scooby-Doo.
It was always the old man down the farm.
Yeah, as soon as Mom and Dad got there, we was like, look, we can't stay here no more. They banned Scooby-Doo.
They'd have got away from it too if it wasn't for them meddling kids.
That's right.
All right, so that's your 4.
Smart.
So My last one is going to have to be the OG. I'd have just said it, the Rugrats. You don't remember the Rugrats? Do you not?
I never watched it.
Did
I
you
never
ever
watched
watch
the
cartoons
Rugrats.
with me?
There was
Yeah,
one.
well, that's I've saved my best for the last.
Rugrats.
The cartoons we used to watch all the time.
What?
Are we up? Are you done talking?
I'm done. That was my 4.
When you before you had your tonsils out, we always went to
I had my
Video
tonsils
Bug with the Video Bug on
Video
Camel
Bug.
Video Bug on Campbell's
I've
I've
Creek.
watched every movie in there, even the
Okay.
ones we shouldn't be watching.
No, I always bought. What we went to? You had to go.
Chip and Dale. Chip and
Oh,
Dale.
I did not even think of Chip and Dale.
Rescue
Two little squirrels.
Chip and Dale.
See, that was the new. They had
He
an
would
old
get-
school
he
Chip
would
and Dale
get-
and a new school.
He would get ear infections and stuff before he
Chip or Dale?
had his-
I can't remember that.
Ben,
Oh.
boy, before
Who had
he
the
had
ear
his
infection?
tonsils
I
out,
think it was Chip.
and always on the weekend, and that's okay. I'm going Video Bug. What do you want me to get?
It was
That's
always
when
like
you had those-
G7. You had to pull the
VCR.
tag.
Oh
out.
yeah, buddy.
You had to give it to the lady at the
Yes,
counter.
man. That was the
There's always
that
one
was
of
the
those-
life.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Dude, bring back
Chip
Video
and
Bug.
Dale.
Why don't you
Chip
open
and
up a Video Bug?
that was on those VCR.
And if you didn't go early, you would be missing
Yeah,
movies. I mean,
dude,
you had to
Friday
get there. and
night.
get-
You,
Yes,
you didn't
man.
get there by
That place was booming.
Man, I
4
miss
o'clock.
going and renting videos.
It's
I used to
Video
work at
Bug.
Fun
Dude,
fact,
we did
fun
it
fact,
so
I worked
much.
at Blockbuster for like a year.
Those
Really?
was
Yeah.
good days.
I like Blockbuster too. I like them when they
Well, it ain't
sell the
open
movies
anymore.
real cheap. I know.
Those were the days.
Those
All
were
right.
awesome.
So honorable mentions. So somebody, my buddy Eric had the Smurfs
I've seen that.
on
Nice,
here.
nice.
Smurfs is a classic.
Denise hates
Denise
cartoons.
hates cartoons.
Joyce, Miss
Smurfs.
Joyce says Casper the Friendliest Ghost.
You
That's
can-
old
Casper.
school. That's old school.
That's
You-
old school.
You can see some of the people in our our people that tune in. The
I
age
love y'all.
differences.
I love y'all.
Nick with Bear in the Big Blue House.
Larry Marion. Castle
Mary
Gray
Larian.
Skull. I hear you, Gray Skull.
Junior Patton was on here.
Bowinkle.
Bo Winkle and Rocky. Huh? Who
What
was
is
it?
it? Hey,
What's about Dust
Dust Till Dawn?
No,
That's a vampire movie.
no, it was the who was the Mountie, the Canadian Mountie.
Bullwinkle.
Oh yeah, had to be.
No, Bo Winkle was a moose,
had to square.
but I think it was all in on the Bo Winkle show.
Yeah, it was.
Might have been
and it
all
was like
tied together.
Dustardly
never
or
did
something.
Dusty?
Help me out,
Dusty
Facebook.
McDusterson?
Yeah.
Dusty McDusterson. Hey, I'll tell
We
you
got
one
a
that's a
lot of
classic.
people
Hey,
talking.
I tell you one that's a classic that you watched, my kids watch now, and it's still on and never will
Double
go
Dare,
off.
that's good.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry was a good.
Dude, that's lasted
Mhm.
the ages.
We used to have one called Wally Gator, swinging alligator in the swamp.
Man, what is that show
See
like?
you
The
later,
Wally
guys.
Gator.
He would always tie people to the railroad tracks.
Yes, he was.
Oh, that's
he
terrible.
was. Yeah, I
And then-
remember who he
That's
was.
terrible.
Somebody chime in on that. Who
Come
was
on,
that
man.
Canadian
Come on,
mountain?
Facebook.
I'd cut you in
help
two
me.
different pieces. Who y'all talking about?
It was on.
You work on the railroad.
That was a cartoon? Yeah.
He was on Rocky and Bullwinkle.
And he tied people to.
I feel like it
Oh,
starts with a D. Like,
yeah. Did he have a big nose and a big black mustache?
Dusterly Dan or something. What was his name?
Yeah, Dapper Dan.
Somebody Google
Yeah,
that.
Dusterly Dan.
Google that online.
Google that.
All right. Anyway, listen, we're going to finish up a little bit.
Go for
we have a
JR.
life hack.
I remember that.
So we got your trivia question. We're going to do.
Okay.
Not right now. You got a life hack.
I do. It's a good one.
Okay, good. Because we got about like 5-10 more minutes. We'll cut it off. Wait, somebody commented. Who is that?
Hey,
Doolittle.
Dudley
Dudley
Do-Right.
Doolittle.
Dudley Doolittle.
That's it. And who was the bad guy?
Dusty
Oh yeah,
McDuster.
he had that big handlebar mustache.
Yes, that's
or
who
was that the Mountie?
Travis, you just sit over and be quiet.
I'm ganged up on Lancaster. They got me.
We'll keep.
I love it.
All right. So
Hey,
what's
listen.
your life hack?
I do want to say November 17th.
There's another commercial.
November's. Hey, listen, this is a big deal. 40 and 50-year-olds. We're having November 17th. Like and share this so they'll know. We are having a Greenbrier luncheon. We're going to the Greenbrier to eat lunch November 17th, 40s and 50s-year-olds. You don't have to be married or dating or single. You don't have to be any of those things. You just got to fit the age category. And we are all going, Pastor and his wife, and we'll all have a good time. November 17th. I think that's all of our announcements.
Hey,
look
if you
here.
watch this show and you don't have nowhere to go to church, Capital City is a great place to go.
Hey, yeah.
And we've got so much going on, we can't even
Pastor
cover it in an hour.
Smith's great. And,
Inspector Gadget's on there.
some of the things that he preaches on is really interesting. Lord bless us with a
It's
great
good,
pastor.
yes,
Last
yes,
Lord has
very
blessed us with a
good.
great pastor.
He is
and his
good.
wife.
Spirit led.
Look
Spirit
here,
led.
we're being broadcast in Seoul, Korea.
Oh,
That's
man.
awesome.
Bring
Okay.
Anna.
Hey,
We'll pray for
all
you.
over the
Miss you.
world. We all over the world. Nobody's answered who the Canadian guy was.
Listen,
yet.
Inspector Gadget was a good one too.
It
Miss
was,
Sarah.
but didn't he kind of like blow up and all kinds
He
of
did
different
all kinds of
parties?
stuff. He could take
Yeah.
his hat off and a
That's
missile
right. He
launcher
can
come
make
out of
himself anything he wanted to be.
it. Go Gadget arm and it'd shoot out.
Yeah.
Life hack. This is a good life hack. It has to do with hamburger.
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 I don't know what a life hack is, but I'm excited.
Okay, a life hack is something that'll change your life. It's like something that, like to break a lock, you can take 2 wrenches, pry them together, and it'll bust the lock open. So it's like things that you don't know that you can do that'll help you in life.
Okay.
That must happen.
So this one's got to do with hamburger.
Okay.
I'm going to give 2 different ones. The first one is eat your hamburger upside down, and it stops most of the ketchup and mustard and mayonnaise from rolling off of it because it gives it a place to rest on the upside down, because the top bun is usually bigger and wider than the bottom bun. Plus, the bottom bun gets soggy from the grease from the hamburger. So if you turn it upside down, it gives more room for your condiments to stay on the burger. They won't fall off as much.
So these are what I do. You get a hamburger, you put some cheese on there.
Yeah.
Then you usually put it on your bun while the cheese is hot. All right. You stick it together. Then when you go to put the condiments on, you're pulling off all the, it's all stuck with the cheese. So you can't put your condiments on there correctly. So I always, when I make the hamburger, you put the cheese on there, then you put the cheese down on the bottom bun. And then when you take your top bun off, you got free reign.
And that stops the bottom from getting soggy. So that's the way. But the real hack that I learned, I even learned this, and I didn't know it, and it helps out greatly. When you freeze your hamburger, some people freeze it. Don't stick your whole hamburger. Are we
Snidely.
on Stanley or are we on the hamburger
That's
hack?
the guy with the handlebar mustache.
Somebody's Googled that on their.
No, listen, I know Marcus. Mark's our cousin. It's Erica's cousin and lives in Ohio. We're broadcasting
Mark.
in Ohio.
Hey.
Uncle Kevin ain't on.
They might have Googled that on the
Where
line.
are you at, Uncle Kevin?
He's sick tonight.
But anyway,
He heard Jeff was going to be
no,
on.
Mark's legit. He's pretty smart.
Listen, you take that, instead of sticking the whole rolls of hamburgers in the freezer, because that takes forever to thaw out, put it in a Ziploc bag, smash your hamburger out as flat as you possibly can to fit the square of the Ziploc bag. And when you flatten it out like that, as thin as you can get it, which is about like that, when you unthaw it, falls super quick.
Wow.
Because you only have a thin layer to thaw out.
Then you got like a Wendy's hamburger.
And it's also easier to stack in your freezer than having rolls that can roll out. But take that roll, stick it in a Ziploc bag, smash it flat, and when you thaw it out, it'll thaw less than half the time as a roll of hamburger would.
That is your life hack of the week.
Smash that hamburger out. Because it's deer season, and if you got deer burger, if you freeze it, don't freeze it in a big clump. Flatten it out.
Snidely. Hey, Robert
Robert,
Miles.
Snidely Whiplash.
That's it.
That's his last name was Whiplash.
And he would tie people to
He's
the
old
tracks.
school too. He's old as dirt.
I never watched that show, really. to be
Dudley
honest with
Do
you.
Right. He had a
never was.
horse and everything.
Yep.
All right. So anyway, this is our
over.
giveaway. Peyton, where you at? Log
Giveaway.
on, like and share. 25. Here we go. Let's keep going. Get it up back to 30. The giveaway for tonight is. Hold on a second. I gotta get it out of my bag.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a good question.
Yes, actually, a great question. Are you going to ask how many?
What? I'm going to go here.
Look here.
Okay.
Huh?
What the?
You don't know what these are?
Baseballs.
No.
Softballs.
Bath
No, not
bombs.
Bath bomb.
I'd like to
You ever-
have one.
Oh, dude, I bought me one.
Say,
I love.
Where'd you get them at Drug Emporium?
No,
We love that store, by the
I
way.
love
Shout
a
out to
good-
Drug Emporium.
Yeah, Emporium.
Emporium, no L.
Don't take out. Yeah, take out the L.
Tell me about what you got there.
This is a tri-pack of bath bombs.
It's like a three-pointer.
I love a good bath.
It's like
you
a
know.
three-pointer, Jeff. Coach Jeff.
Coach Lancaster. Hey Jeff. It was old Beaner. Hey Jeff. All right, so
That is
on that team.
Bean Dip. What's up?
Beaner ain't on. All right.
He has been on before.
So the winner gets the trifecta.
I'd have guessed this.
Listen, I got a vanilla bean. It's a homemade bath
She wouldn't
bomb.
know.
She won't.
She'd have to guess.
I got tangerine guava,
That's what I like. I don't know what guava is, but
and I got a coconut lime. Put the lime in the coconut.
Put the lime in the coconut.
Refresh your skin with moisturizing shea butter and organic coconut oil.
Enjoy a luxurious spa experience. Fill your tub with warm water. Drop in your premium bath bomb and lay back and soak.
This is going to be a good giveaway.
Huh?
Where'd you get these at?
Okay, you ready?
I can't tell you. It's one of our sponsors. We got sponsors now.
Handmade in the U.S. These is USA made.
Yeah, I love
Made
it.
on this side of the fence.
Uncle Paul joined.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? How you doing?
Okay, let's do the question.
Ready to
I'm
do the
pumped up
question?
about this.
You're so weird with this.
Is this trivia question?
Trivia question.
This
My
is
dad.
kind of old school. Some of you that I've watched here will know it. Some of you that have been on here cannot answer this question, but some of you can, and this is might be where this might be where the show goes in the tank. But anyway,
I want to know why he's at number one national.
well, wait a second.
I'm just kidding.
Listen, I will mention. We always mention his name on this show. But anyway, I coached basketball at Fairhaven and these guys for a long time. A lot of them still call me coach when they see me.
Yeah.
And they're like, how old are you, man? 30?
Let's guess. How old am I?
Born in '84.
When's my birthday?
I'm 37.
Wait.
36?
When's
Okay.
my birthday?
He's
I'm not
30. He's not
36.
36.
May 17th.
That's not right.
1984.
My birthday's not May 17th.
Is it close?
May 19th.
You really don't know my birthday, do you?
May 19th.
Okay, go.
When is your birthday?
This show's over.
It's the 19th.
Help me
Okay.
out, honey.
Thanks, Trav.
Anyway, a lot of the players I had went on to be preachers.
Okay.
A lot of them, and that is what I really like most of all is that a lot of them went on to be preacher. Maybe Stevens is doing. She may know this question. Out of all, I need you
Here's
to
the
name.
trivia
Here's
question.
the trivia question.
All right, so after all that rambling, here's where we're at.
Here's
This
the
is the
question.
trivia question
How many of them?
for the tri-pack of
Can you name
bath bombs.
4 of my players?
4?
Yeah.
That's easy.
Name 4 of my players that went on to announce their call to preach, and one of those 4s has to be a pastor of the church.
Currently or
Hold
at
up,
one
hold
time?
up, hold up. So they
Do
just
you
got
understand
to.
what I'm saying?
Because
No,
that's not right.
don't guess yet.
That went on to pastor a church
At one time.
at
So
one time.
you're
in
not
their
asking
life.
how many players. You're not asking the number of how many were preachers. You're asking a
to name 4 of them. Name 4 of this list.
No, but they're not pastors.
I said one of the 4 needs to has to be a pastor.
Okay. Okay.
I've
So
got
here-
I've got 8
So confused.
let me say this. Let me say this. There is a list
of 8 people.
of there's a list of players that he coached that are now preachers.
Preachers.
He wants you to name 4 of those men, and one of those 4 has to be that's went on to be a pastor. So you
Or
got to
is
name
pastor.
4.
And-
Name them all together if you can, like in one comment.
We'll give them a.
Peyton already won.
We'll give them a clue. Who?
No, she's got to name 4.
She
Got a name?
did. 1, 2, 3.
Corey Bradley never played on my ball
But
team.
this guy did. This guy did.
Who?
And this guy did. And this guy did.
CT, which is not a pastor.
No,
But it's
but
a
you
good
said name
evangelist.
4.
Sarah's got 4, and one of them is a pastor.
Yeah, but Peyton
Wow,
got it before
I
her.
thought that would be harder than that.
No, not at all.
Let's ask it this way. Let's ask
It's not
this.
been
I think I got it better.
I have to buy more bath bombs.
Hey, hey, listen.
This thing blowed up in my face. I got to buy more bath
Here's
bombs.
good because some people are not going to think of it. How many people? Can we say that? How many people that he coached are now preachers, and how many are pastors?
This has gone way crazy.
I don't. This is
Who won?
this is the only
Who
part.
won?
This is the only part of the show that I told you to be prepared for.
Okay, Michelle Hackney won.
No, Peyton did.
Peyton Moore won. I will buy 3 bath bombs if we had more than one winner.
Sarah
One
won.
The winner
Sarah
Sarah
won.
got it too.
The
What did
winner
Sarah-
gets 3.
Okay. I'll buy 6 bath bombs.
Okay.
We had 3 winners already. Who did Sarah? Jeremy, Travis, Randy.
Scrandle.
And Brian.
Scramble and Brian.
And Brian.
Scrandle.
Yeah.
I
Scrandle.
had Randy Campbell.
And Michelle
So
had
I thought you
CT,
was gonna say-
Brian,
I thought you was
Jeremy, and
gonna
Travis.
say-
Michelle Hackney, you're a winner. Sarah McClanahan, you're a winner. Peyton Moore,
and
you
you
are
get a
winner.
bath bomb.
And
You get a bath bomb.
And you get a bath bomb.
That was a horrible question.
Now they're trying to answer the question that I had.
15, no.
No. But it's okay. There's a win. 5 preachers, 1 pastor. No.
No. Let's do
On
that.
this list,
That's good.
How many
Here's the-
preachers and how many pastors?
So here you got to put 2 numbers down. The first number needs to be how many of the players are preachers, and then out of that number, how many of them are pastors,
okay.
or were pastors.
Or has been.
Right. So
Is that
so
did I
this
name them
number,
all?
this number, and this number.
Right. Here's the 2 numbers.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes. Okay. This is gonna be good.
Dollar Tree
Peyton, what in the
bath
world?
bombs breaks me
Listen,
out.
name how many players that he coached.
7 preachers.
No,
1
Ida, but
pastor.
you're on the right.
No. No. Do not
No,
know.
listen, she's saying it right. She's saying it right.
Yeah.
Like the layout is right.
Don't be giving her no.
No.
The layout's right.
The layout's correct.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see, but that's not right.
How long you been coaching?
Next question, Ben.
How long you been coaching?
I've coached for a long time.
Thank you for
You at
that.
least coach.
Thank you for
I've
that
coached
numerical
5 or
answer.
6 years.
Yeah.
I know I had over 200 wins. I think that. Darwin-
You owe Peyton bath bombs.
Okay, all right. We got bath bombs. Peyton, you got bath bombs. Don't worry.
Come on.
They need a female.
Peyton said I
referee.
still get.
7
Sarah,
and
no,
5. That's
no,
cool. That's
You can't.
Sarah, good job.
We don't say that. But she's on the right. That's the right,
Can we end the show?
but it's not right.
Can we end it?
No, we're almost done.
31 people's watching this.
That's why they like the
And
giveaways.
32.
If you haven't seen, you get bath balls.
33.
Bath balls.
Bath
Bombs.
Bath bombs. You put them in the bath.
And they
And lime and coconut and guarana and vanilla bean. Guava.
Are we ending the show?
Yeah, we need
There's
to.
more comments.
Look here. 7 and 5, 9 and 1. No.
10 and
No.
1.
6
No.
and 3. Amy Joe. And
No. No.
10
Campbell
and
City
1.
Baptist Church.
No.
You all have
Who's that?
control.
I don't know who controls that.
That's
It's
Miss
either Robin or Preacher.
That's Miss
Ali
Robin.
Schaefer. Does Jeff even know the answer?
That
Yes,
is-
we got it written down.
Yeah, he
I've helped-
Googled it online.
I've helped it.
Tune in next week.
Are you coming on?
No, we'll get it. Y'all keep guessing. It's 2 numbers.
This is awful. 8 and 2, no. 6 and 2, no. We can do this all night. Amy,
right.
Joe, 6 and 2, no.
This is worse than the
Michelle,
lottery.
6 and 2, no. Paul is stuck on Dollar Tree bath bombs.
Yeah.
Causes skin irritations.
11 and a
11,
I was really trying there.
11 and a
I
Q.
wonder what number's close to
Okay.
Q.
Let's hit the show.
Please.
Sarah, I'm gonna get you bath bombs.
7 and 2, no.
Peyton gets
Randy
bath bombs.
Moss number in his life.
Oh.
Randy Moss
Randy
number
Moss's,
in his
Randy
life.
Moss's football number.
Football. Don't say what team, but it's a Randy Moss number. That's my clue.
9 and
Kim
3.
Page.
9 and 3.
Kim Page,
no,
she was
Kim's-
a Fairhaven.
My goodness, Kim.
Was she cheerleader Fairhaven?
Yeah,
Oh,
she was
yeah.
a great 84.
84.
Peyton Moore, you win.
You still get the bath bombs.
Let me name the 8 and 4 that I
Yeah,
have.
I
wrote
want to
down
get
here.
a shot. Y'all pay attention, real.
Hey, I don't know if you want to do that. You may miss somebody. And then
Well, he didn't. I looked at it. I don't know if any.
Here's the 8 preachers and the 4 pastors. And if I miss someone, I apologize.
Then
But this
everybody.
is what- yeah.
Yeah.
C.T. Townsend, Travis Curlock, Adam Hensley, my buddy down in South Carolina, pastor. Jeremy Adkins, Randy Campbell, who's pastor in the church.
Right.
Adam Hensley, who was pastor in the church. Jeremy McClanahan, Brian Townsend, Adam Short.
Let it go.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you, Dad, for being here.
What a wonderful show. Bath balls. I mean, bath bombs.
Let's get this thing off. I'm
Tune in.
2
2 weeks from now, we'll see what's going on. Dad, I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks
So
for
glad
coming
you're
on.
here.
Thanks for having me on, and probably won't see me anymore.
No.
And you even gave
No.
the spiritual. You even gave the spiritual
Testimony.
scripture of the week this
Yeah.
week. Well, I was going to leave it at that.
My
So
favorite
you'd be
Bible
great.
verse, Psalms 91:4. Look it up.
Google it
91:4.
online.
Google online, Psalms 91:4. That's it, and that's all.
Hey, listen, who does the Pharaoh call when he is sad?
Who does the Pharaoh call when he is sad?
His mummy.
Love you.